that I think the two, I shared this before, but like I said, I think the foundations are potential outcomes and graphical models. So there's two books. So for the potential outcomes, I think the most complete book is the Imbens and Rubin book, Causal Inference. I have it here. What's it called? It's called Causal Inference for Statistics, Social and Biomedical Sciences and Introduction. Okay, so I think this is the most elegant and complete book on the topic. And for graphical models, I think the most elegant and complete book is Judea Pearl's book, who kind of invented the whole framework, which is just called Causality. These books are not easy. I kind of enjoyed reading them. So there's also more maybe accessible books. If you don't have a background in math, you might find it a bit hard because they're heavy on mathematical notation. So some introductory books that are often cited as easy to start off with. So there's the Causal Inference mixtape by Scott Cunningham, who talks a lot about it on LinkedIn. So I think his conversational tone is interesting, and there's code. So there's Stata and R code. So I think that's a good place to start. And then there's The Effect by Nick Huntington Klein, who's also an economist. So there's a bit of overlap there. So I think those books are good places to start. And there's also one called Causal Inference in Statistics, a primer by Judea Pearl and Gleimer and Jewell. So I think these books are better at introducing the topic. I don't think any book is like really easy. I think that the topic is quite advanced, and it might take time, especially if you're learning it in parallel with statistics or machine learning or something like that. But if you have a background in statistics, I think you're ready to jump to the causal inference literature. So there's a bunch of other books. Feel free to reach out. I kind of collect them, so I can help you if you need to get advice on this.
A lot of R and Python packages were developed over the years for causal inference. So as example, causal machine learning, we have top-level packages in Python, such as EconML, which was developed by Microsoft, I believe, and Causal ML, which was developed by Uber. So some top-level companies are developing, maybe I'm wrong, so anyone from the audience correct me if I'm wrong about the companies, but I think that's the situation. And there are a lot of packages in R as well, such as IVReg for instrumental variable regression. This one was there for ages. It's one of my go-tos in R causal inference, the IPV, and so on. So there are many packages that are now available as open source packages, and you can check them out. Justin mentioned most of the top level important, and I fully agree there, sources for you. And Justin, is there any specific, I'm looking at the questions, is there any specific question you would like to address?
Yeah, I just want to add maybe one final resource, and then we can jump into the questions. So for those of you that use R, I suggest you Google causal inference CRAN, C-R-A-N. I can write it in the comments after. So CRAN is the repository for R packages, right? And there's this page that looks like a old package documentation page, but it goes over like hundreds of packages that are related to causal inference, and they're all classified according to the topic. So I think this is a great place to start, and you can go see, okay, is the package maintained, or has it the last commit been in 2012? So you can go take a look at that, and you can see the most active packages, and that's a really good way to learn hands-on, right? To actually use the packages and do some work with real data. And often these packages have toy data sets that you can use and things like that. So I just wanted to specify that. I'll put it in the comments if I remember, because I have a lot of things that I said I put into the comments.